Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about the lost ones. And I came across a phenomenon that I had never heard about before, and it's a little disturbing, but just ties in potentially to our lost history. So I thought I'd cover it, so let's get into it now. It all started for me by seeing this image, which apparently went viral in 2023, so I'm a little late to the party with regards to this image, but it was showing Leonardo DiCaprio holding a baby in a jar. So I thought that was very bizarre, so I just went down a few rabbit holes and found out that this is a phenomenon that goes back centuries actually, and there is a term for these fetuses, these human fetuses in jars, and it's called pickled punks. Not a fan of the term, but just a definition, pickled punks is the carny term for human fetuses preserved in jars of formaldehyde and used as sideshow attractions, if you can believe that. And most of these pickled punks display some sort of anatomical abnormality, such as conjoined twins or polycephaly. So just bizarre. I'd never seen this before, and I didn't realize the depths to which this phenomenon has occurred in our past. So looking into a bit of the history, you can find that this goes back to the 1500s with this individual, Ulysses Aldrovandi, an Italian naturalist who, according to the narrative, he had a collection consisting of 18,000 of these specimens in jars, and just unbelievable. And then if you go into the 1600s, you have Frederick III of Denmark, King of Denmark and Norway, in the middle of the 1600s primarily, but he had a personal collection of these pickled punks numbering in the thousands. Just weird. And there's this great modern showman called Ward Hall who once had one of the largest what's being referred to as punk shows in the United States. And during one season, he was fined because the display of human remains was illegal in the state in which he had set up his show. So this was one of these, roadside attractions. And, where have we seen this before with the infantoriums, children, live babies that people could go and watch for some reason? And I understand times are different, but this seems like it's crossing several lines. And there's even to this day, there are exhibits in a couple of museums that I'm aware of. One is a museum in St. Petersburg in Russia, and I believe the exhibit is called Monsters. There was an article called Peter the Great's Monsters. In this museum, I believe it was established by Peter the Great and completed, we're told, in 1727, so in the 1700s. And you can go and look at these baby fetuses preserved in jars, and I don't know what else to say about it, just disturbing. But there was an article talking about some of this, a person who went to go see this particular exhibit, and he was just saying the most interesting part, or at least the most notorious part, is the third floor exhibit, Monsters, and this is where one can find displays lined with countless glass jars containing malformed fetuses, both human and otherwise. So just disturbing images. And there's, I believe, a museum in Philadelphia in the United States, which has a lot of interesting exhibits, but it also has one of these pickled punk exhibits. And here's just one image from that. So just weird. Now, I think there might be a tie-in to this Cabbage Patch Kid phenomenon that has been covered by Mind Unveiled. Done a great job there. And he's put out a bunch of videos, which if you haven't seen them, go check them out. But he mentions how, in addition to the phenomenon of the Cabbage Patch Kids, the dolls from 1983, I believe, he also uncovered that there were these, if you go back even further into like the late 1800s, turn of the century, you had these postcards which showed children or babies in cabbage patches, as well as like a couple of black and white movies. So it seems to be a phenomenon that goes back. Well, he pointed out in one of his videos at the end of it, he mentioned these trading cards that came out I believe in 1985 they were released, called the trading cards, featured what are known as the Garbage Pail Kids. And again, it's a series of sticker trading cards, and it was designed to parody the Cabbage Patch Kids dolls. Now, the thing about the depictions of these kids, these Garbage Pail Kids, is that, here's some of the cards, is that each sticker card features a Garbage Pail Kid character having some, their words not mine, comical abnormality, deformity, and or suffering a terribly painful fate or death. So again, when you look at the actual phenomenon and then you look at these Garbage Pail Kids, it's just weird, because I think that might be happening with the Cabbage Patch Kid phenomenon. It's just a way to put it in our face and maybe obscure whatever was really happening, mocking us maybe, or just obscuring what has been done in the past. Just weird, and I think there's definitely a connection to this rollout of some of these things like the Garbage Pail Kids, Cabbage Patch Kids, and just a lot of weird visuals when you look into this subject. And here's just some of the weird visuals. But I believe they even came out with a movie for the Garbage Pail Kids in 1987 and a TV series in 1988. And there might have even been some reboots. But yeah, just a weird rabbit hole that started for me anyway by seeing this image and going down that rabbit hole. So I just kind of wanted to share this with you guys, and just wanted to finish up here. Speaking of rabbit holes and orphans, inevitably you come across the Oddfellows, and I saw this one medallion, and I believe it's from the Daughters of Rebecca, which is a branch of the Oddfellows, and I was just drawn to this beehive, which is featured prominently on this medallion. And looking into that a little bit, I just came across that apparently, according to the Book of Mormon, Deseret meant honeybee in the language of the Jaredites. And I guess the word Deseret appears twice on the Utah stone at the Washington Monument. So I started looking into Deseret, and I wasn't aware of this history, so I'm just there might be some other people unaware. Apparently the state of Deseret was a proposed state of the United States promoted by leaders of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which I guess this state was founded in 1849. It didn't succeed in gaining statehood, obviously, but there were some proposals, and I guess the beehive symbol is used on Utah's state root shield, and again, the beehive symbol often associated with Deseret. Yeah, just a little rabbit hole I just wanted to share here at the end with you guys. But I think that's about all I got for you for today. Just wanted to share a little bit, and I think I'll sign off here. But I want to give a big shout out to my channel members. Thank you for all your help and support. It's greatly appreciated, as well as my patrons. Really appreciate everything that you do. Thank you very much. So with that being said, until next time, take care. Bye.